Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your homeboy Jojo Kaji here. I'm back with another video for you guys today. Hope you all are having yourselves a fantastic day. I know I am. Before I continue on, I just want to say that I'm finally back. So yeah, pretty much after a week of not uploading anything because I really wanted a break from my mental health, I am completely 100% A-okay to make videos now. Yep, sorry guys, if for some reason you were expecting me to make a video sometime last week. I'm sorry, I just really needed a week to just chill and relax. And coincidentally, it was supposed to be spring break, so I figured, you know what, might as well take a week off to just chill and relax. And yeah, I'm finally back making videos, and yeah, I hope you all having yourselves a wonderful day. And yeah, without further ado, let's get on with today's story time. 3, 2, 1, I'm finally rested to make YouTube videos now. Let's go. So today's story time is a pretty recent story time. It's not really a story about me. It's a story about how my friend one day just randomly came out of the blue and told me about a really crazy story time about how he had one of the weirdest and craziest job interviews he ever had in his entire life. And yeah, when he told me the entire story, I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is a perfect story time video. And I actually got permission from my friend to talk about this story time. So yeah, if you happen to be watching this, dude, big shout outs for giving me one of the weirdest job interviews you ever had in your entire life for me to make a video about. And yeah, without further ado, let's go on. So a random day last month, my friend decided to himself, you know what, I should probably get a job because, yeah, his parents wanted him to get a job really badly despite him being in college, which, you know, to a certain extent, I completely understand being a college student myself. Like, I understand where my friend is coming from in terms of his feelings and whatnot. So my friend randomly decided, you know what, my parents are right, I should probably get a job at some point in the future. Why not start working and actually get some of that bag, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I said, this took place last month, so bear with me. So one day last month, as of me recording this video, my friend decided, you know what, my parents are right, I should probably start thinking of getting a job right now instead of focusing on my efforts on college and whatnot. And yeah, that's what he did. So one day last month, my friend got, you know, a random job opportunity for this store so that he could, you know, earn some money on the side and whatnot. And for the sake of privacy, I'm not going to tell you guys the name of this store, but to give you guys a little bit of detail, not too much to the point where it's, you know, breaking someone else's privacy, but, you know, just enough so that it follows under the guidelines of YouTube, because YouTube is completely dumb in terms of their guidelines. Let's say for the sake of the story time, it's a store where you can make a lot of ice cream. That's literally all I'm saying. Those are all the details you guys are getting. I'm not saying anymore. Let's go. So yeah, one day randomly out of nowhere, my friend decided to possibly get a job at this ice cream store and, you know, make some money on the side and whatnot. So randomly out of nowhere, my friend set up a meeting with the manager of that particular store. They talked for a little bit, and they decided to, you know, make a meeting in terms of a job, potential job interview for my friend to work at that particular store. And my friend was super happy, which I feel like anybody would be happy if they had, like, you know, a job opportunity at a random place that they never been to before, but they could still make money as much as humanly possible, which I feel like is a really cool thing. I'm really glad that my friend was able to at the very least get like a job opportunity at a store that he's never been to before, so that way he can get more experience on different things that he wants to be able to do with this life, and I was completely okay with that. Now, for the sake of everything else in the story, it kind of goes a little bit downhill, if I'm gonna keep it a buck with you all. Like, it kind of goes downhill, right? So one day, my friend was able to, you know, set up a meeting with the manager of the store that he wanted to work at. And so my friend goes to this store. He sits down in like the back office of this particular, you know, ice cream store. And, you know, he's waiting there for like a few minutes for the manager to come out. And then finally, the manager comes to the store. And, you know, they're both sitting down talking to each other and whatnot. And you're probably thinking, hey, Jojo Kaiser, it kind of seems like everything is going really well. Where's the craziness? And you're about to hear why real quick. Just, you know, calm down and be patient. So anyways, right, my friend, who for the sake of the story time is going to be called Frank, right? So Frank and the manager are just sitting in, you know, the manager's office, just talking and whatnot. You know, my friend is answering the questions completely. You know, there's nothing wrong. The manager seems pretty cool. As far as what my friend told me up until this very point of the story that he told me sometime like a few weeks back, you're probably thinking, oh, the manager's completely cool. There's nothing wrong. And yeah, that couldn't be any further from the truth, because what happens next in like the last few questions of this job interview is going to make you think, yeah, this manager is a little bit unhinged and slightly crazy. So anyways, right, Frank is answering as many questions as he possibly can to the best of his ability, and in comes like the last few questions that he gets asked. before the job interview is pretty much done with. So then the next question that the manager decides to ask my friend is not only extremely weird, but just random. So the manager asks my friend, and again, I'm not kidding you, my friend told me word for word. So in terms of a robbery, what would you do if someone was robbing you in my store? And my friend was like, I guess I would just try and stop the person from robbing me. Like the way how my friend was answering the question felt a little bit weird to me, and which makes sense because you don't normally get asked. So if at any case someone tries to rob you in my store, what would you do? I'm pretty sure in a job interview, nobody, asks those types of questions in a job interview, as far as I'm aware of. If I'm wrong in the comments below, please let me know because I would love to hear so many answers in terms of whether or not this is true. So yeah, that's how my friend pretty much answered the question to the manager of this ice cream store. So then the manager at that point is like, oh, okay. And he stands up, walks past my friend, walks out of the office, and my friend is just sitting here in the manager's back office thinking, wow, what is going on? Because that's so weird. Like, imagine being in a random job interview, right? And this random manager starts acting completely sus, asking you weird questions that don't even make any sense for a job interview, as far as I'm aware of, and then just straight up gets up and walks out of his own office and leaves you in it. Like, that seems a little bit weird to me. So then a few minutes goes by, and keep in mind, my friend is just sitting in this manager's back office just thinking what the hell is going on. And randomly out of nowhere, he hears a slamming sound coming from the outside door of like the main, ice cream store. So my friend peeks out his head towards, the entrance to the ice cream store, and what he sees, and I'm not even telling you, this is what my friend told me word for word. He saw a person with a ski mask and a wooden baseball bat slamming onto the main entrance to the ice cream store, just screaming and carrying on, being like, open the door right now. And my friend is like, Jesus Christ, what the hell? Like, that's so weird, right? Imagine being in a situation where you're in the middle of a job interview and you see someone basically trying to rob your store as you're still having the job interview. Like, that is such a weird concept. And again, if this has happened to anybody else in the comments below, please let me know. Like, these are really weird situations that I would love to hear. So anyways, right? In the middle of this, my friend is basically seeing this random person with a ski mask and a wooden baseball bat slamming onto the main door, right? So then my friend gets completely freaked out. I mean, to be honest, as you do when you see somebody trying to rob a store that you're in. Like, obviously, you would be feeling a little bit freaked out. And my friend immediately pulls out his phone and calls 911. And keep in mind, my friend is literally in the middle of calling 911 to the police, stating that there is a robber trying to break into an ice cream store and he needs backup. When randomly out of nowhere, as he's almost done reporting to the cops, right? The manager comes out of nowhere from like one of the main sections of this ice cream store. I don't even know where. And to be honest, my friend doesn't even know where he came from. And he's like, whoa, what do you think you're doing? And so my friend turns his head to the right to see the manager, and he's still talking to the police, being like, because keep in mind, like, you randomly see the manager of this store walk out of his main office when you guys are supposed to be in the middle of a job interview, right? And you see somebody trying to break into the ice cream store, and randomly out of nowhere, the manager asks you, what are you doing? Like, what? That's such a weird thing, right? So my friend was like, somebody's trying to break into the ice cream store. I'm calling the cops. Why are you so chill? And keep in mind, the manager was like really chill with everything. And you're about to hear why, because then the manager randomly out of nowhere says, that's my sister. Were you really about to call the cops on my sister? And then my friend at that point was like, wait, what? Like, his brain was completely fried when he heard that the manager said that the person literally trying to break into the ice cream store was apparently his sister. Which, what? And that's exactly what my friend said. My friend said, wait, what? And the manager said, yeah, that's my sister. Were you really about to call the cops on my sister? What's wrong with you? And so he turns his head back to the person, keep in mind, literally trying to bang the main entrance to this ice cream store. And so this person pulls out their ski mask, and sure enough, it happens to be a female, and this female coincidentally happens to be the sister of this manager for this ice cream store. And so my friend was like, wait, what's going on? And the manager at that point was like, yo, were you seriously about to call my sister? What's wrong with you? I can't believe you're so rude and disrespectful. Why would you do that? This was supposed to be a test. And my friend was like, wait, hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back up a second. What do you mean test? And so the manager of the store was like, yeah, I told you this is a test. Remember when I asked you a few minutes ago, what would you do if someone was trying to rob this ice cream store? Yeah, you were about to call the cops on my sister, dude. Like, no, that's not cool. Keep in mind, the manager is saying all of this to a person who's supposed to be in the middle of a job interview for this ice cream store that you want him to work for. Like, what? That makes absolutely no sense. And that's exactly what my friend said. I'm like, wait, hold up. You mean to tell me, right, that all this was a test when you asked me what would I do if someone was trying to rob this store? And I was like, I was gonna try and see if I could stop the person. So yeah, I'm in the middle of calling the police now because I thought someone was trying to rob the store. Keep in mind, your store. You're upset with me that apparently I called the cops on your sister for trying to break in and rob the store, and you're upset with me for trying to stop somebody from robbing your store. Dude, are you serious? And so Frank and the manager are going back and forth on basic common sense. Cause like, dude, come on, bro. Are you serious? You really thought that, staging a fake robbery for your business as a test for your potential employee was a good idea? Dude, what? And keep in mind, right? My friend is still in the middle of contacting the police, right? And sure enough, like 2 minutes later, after my friend basically told the cops everything that was going on, 3 police officers show up to the ice cream store because, of course, why wouldn't they? And they're there, they're talking to the manager, they're talking to the person that was supposedly trying to break into this ice cream store, and one of them and the other officer is talking to my friend, basically saying, okay, what's going on? And so my friend basically explained to the police officers that apparently all this was some sort of test from the manager of this ice cream store to test and see what I would do if someone was trying to rob the store. And he's upset with me that apparently I was, trying to call the cops on her sister, who again was trying to break into the ice cream store. And so the cops at that point was like, no, like there's no way. Because it sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm the one that's making the video. And even then, I know that this sounds ridiculous. And when I asked my friend, bro, like all this sounds really, really fake. And my friend was basically telling me, no, dude, it's not fake. It's real. And at that point, I was like, oh my God. Like, this man is a complete psychopath. So then randomly out of nowhere, as my friend is explaining to, the police officers everything that's happened, the manager was like, sir, that's not true. This was supposed to be a test. Actually, as a matter of fact, he doesn't even have the job now. My friend was like, wait, what? And the manager of the store was like, yeah, you really think that I'm gonna hire somebody that's gonna call the cops on my sister? Like, come on, are you serious? And so my friend gets pissed off at this and it's like, wait, hold up, wait a second. So you're pissed off with me and you're not gonna give me the job anymore because I called the cops on your sister who was breaking into your store as some sort of test towards somebody that's trying to work for your company? Like, what? That makes absolutely no sense. And so once again, Frank and the manager of the store go back and forth on basic common sense. And at that point, my friend just didn't really care about getting this job anymore. And he was like, look, sir, like I appreciate the opportunity to potentially work with you, but I think I'm done. Like I really don't want to work with you. So my friend left that ice cream store. Keep in mind, the manager is throwing every single insult towards my friend, which my friend didn't really care about because like, bruh, imagine being in a situation where you're in the middle of a job interview and the manager gets upset with you for calling the cops on somebody literally trying to break into your own store. Like, what? So long story short, my friend didn't really get the job, but I feel like it doesn't really matter because why would anybody work for somebody that's literally willing to kidnap them and fake a robbery to test their workers? Like, what? That makes absolutely no sense. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story time about how my friend had one of the weirdest and craziest job interviews imaginable, which I feel like everybody watching this video can agree to some certain extent. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more of my dumb content in the future. I guess moral of the story is, like, don't kidnap people in the middle of a job interview and potentially fake a robbery. Like, I feel like that should be common sense, but based on this story time, it's pretty clear to see that not everybody has brain cells. So yeah, please don't do that. Now, before I go, I just want to say real quick that I want to be able to make a Q&A video at some point in the future for celebrating the fact that I have over 130 subs. Oh my god, you guys are so awesome. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about me whatsoever, doesn't matter how weird or crazy the questions may be, please send as many as you possibly can, either down below in the comments below or through my business email, which will also be in the description below. And until next time, guys, this is Jojo Kaiser signing out. I'm finally back to making YouTube videos, and yeah, peace!